What's up, guys? I'm in the shop. First thing in the morning. I was late last night working on another project, and I got an order for a Canik rival with PL Mini 2 that I'm working on, right? And it's 2 holsters in this order, and I'm like, man, I gotta foam press this. No big deal. I'll knock it out. But I'm doing dual RCS overhooks, and I'm trying to do it so you got one right here close to the sight channel, and you got one in here in the light. So I went ahead, I made blocking on the CNC, I made other blocking for everything that I needed to do on it, and as you can see, I got it together, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I cut the retention plate that we needed, and I'm like, you know what? I thought I had a vac form for it, so I went and looked through all my vac forms, and I just did all that for nothing. So let's knock it out on vac. So before I get into that, I want to show you the reason why I had a 2-week gap in videos. So as far as I know, you guys saw that we just got a 3rd goat, and it's mid-fall here in New England, so we have snow. That's the shop right there. And well, I have 4 wood stoves on the property, so I need a lot of wood, so I have a wood shed. Well, those goats are in my wood shed. So I'm in the process of finishing what I started from scratch. So I just built a 18 by 14, something like that, goat barn. And well, here it is. I put a little cat door because we have some strays, but as you can see, and open it up, and I got to put a wall right here. So I did that just for some stiffening, but I got to put a wall right here with a gate because the goat pen is going on that part. We got half doors over here, and then blah, 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 blah. I got a loft for the hay, obviously the windows, but yeah. So that's the reason why I had to do this. So as you can see, bada bang. Got the rafters all up. That was fun. Pretty much, actually, not pretty much, 100% by myself with a couple ladders and some stuff. So that's why I overbuy tools, because I have to do stuff like this. So I'm not going to be able to put the siding on until after winter, but as you can see, I got everything all set. So now I'm going to have to get my goats out of the woodshed and into the barn, so I could start filling my woodshed so I can keep the family warm this winter. Anyways, let's go back to that rival now, shall we? Actually, before I go in, I want to show you Thanksgiving dinner and one that we sold. There's one. There's 2. Check these guys out. Bada bang. You are gonna be massive. Anyways, yeah, we got Friendsgiving, or one of them, I don't know. But these guys are going to be going to turkey heaven and next week, and then, yeah, looking forward to Thanksgiving. And so with that being said, and we're having the dual RCS, this is going to be right there, and this is going to be right here, so we needed to add blocking for this, and then we're going to have to add another piece for this, because I'm actually going to put this ahead a little bit. We're going to go right here, so we're going to have to add a couple more, because it's going to be better right there instead of sitting over here, because one, it's covering a lot of stuff, but there's still more room to go. So we're going to adjust that, because it's 2 holsters, so we won't have to take anything apart. We're just going to modify it. I still got to drill one more hole in there. Looks like I never did that, and I'll go ahead and knock that out real quick, actually. Alright, so I grabbed some different blocking. I'm going to line up the points. I'm putting that right at the edge right there. Move it in just slightly, because you want the kydex to still wrap around it. That looks good. ahead. And put that into place. I'm going to take the razor here and cut right there. There we go. And suck that in. Now on this side, like I said, we're going to move this. We're moving this down here a little bit. So right there. So that means we need to add a hole and a hole. So what I normally do is we'll add. Oh, then we're going to need that one right there, and then 1/8 inch right here. So we got a 1/4 inch and an 1/8 inch, and that will extend it as much as we need. Yep, shouldn't be bad at all. And just get the, let's see here, bada bing. That one right there. And all I'm doing is I'm just lining it up. So, but it looks like that one, technically we can go a little higher. So let's grab probably a 3/16. Actually, let's see here. So we're gonna go right about there. Much better. All right. And then we'll just lock those in place. This one is going to have to get a little bit more shaved. Actually, let's try it right there. Bada bing. Look at that. Perfect. And I'm just going to tape those in place. And like I always do, poke a hole. All right, so that gives us something for that to mount on a little bit further down. Bada bing, I like it. And yeah, instead of the half hour I spent blocking and cutting my own blocking for the flashlight and the blocking for that, bada bing. So let's set up. We're doing one in bubblegum and we're doing one in coyote brown. So let's grab the bubblegum. Now I have two here right now. So I have bubblegum and then hot pink, and I'm pretty sure the bubblegum is the darker one. So I'm just gonna have to grab something here. Oh, bubblegum is the lighter one. Okay. That is bright. So that's the bubblegum. Oh, yep. And before I go ahead and press, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to wipe this off real quick, smoothing it out. And we're going to get that in there, and we're going to take the moisture out of the pad and preheat that and be all set. And then we can go ahead and knock this out. So I'm just going to cut a piece that will fit, so I'm not wasting a ton. But I only have enough to do like a mag carrier after. Alright, bada bing. And then the next one's going to be coyote brown, so might as well get that. I think that's wide enough, yep. So I already got them both, but I'm going to guess that one of these is going to come off when I do this anyway. So, but yeah, bada bing. Can't believe I didn't realize that. You know, I know this gentleman would like it closer to the front sight, so I actually decided I could also block right here and make it so it's just a little bit wider, which you have seen before in other builds. So we'll knock that out right there. So he'll have the option to go left and right. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw some tape on that. And it won't affect the side channel. So, all right, let's get the hot pink in. Let's get it pressed. Not hot pink, bubble gum. Bubble gum. We're gonna clean off our vac table. Always have the mesh. You could have one piece. For larger ones, I like to do 2 pieces. Just like to get it off. Blow off the mold so no contaminants get on it. Alrighty. Now we wait. Just color 2. Oh God, that's so bright. I'm going to show you guys a little trick of getting blocking out that's stuck like this. For example, the one with the holes in it. The other one, I use a very small yet strong flathead screwdriver that works perfectly. But for the one with the holes, you really can't get in there with the screwdriver because of stuff and things. A punch works pretty good too. So I'm just going to show you how I just knock it out. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually turn it over and bang it a couple times. But I'll get a punch that is, you know, fits in the hole. You get good leverage on it. And then just pops right out. That's it. So this particular punch is a 5/32. You can go bigger. This is the one I actually found that fit because everything else was too big, but it works perfectly. So I don't have to worry about that. And then this one I'll just twist out with the screwdriver. But we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead, drill these. Get all of our fun things done in there, and then we're going to go ahead and cut them on the bandsaw because I don't have trim jigs for these. So, but there we go. We got his and hers. Or his and his. Or hers and hers. Whatever and whatever. Let's see. Alright. Drill the retention. That sounds healthy. Alright, and then, let's see here. How many do I want to drill out here? We're going to drill out to the middle one. And then this side as well. And then we're going to do a little 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to take, where'd the blocking go that I just launched? There we go. This blocking. And I believe we're only putting them in the front 2. Yep, front 2. So I'm going to go ahead and just mark those ones. And that's it. Then I'll go ahead and clean up all the holes. And we're going to rinse and repeat for the bubblegum. Alright, I'm tripping. If you stare at bubblegum for a few seconds and then switch to coyote, it looks green. So if you have bubblegum and coyote in your shop, do it. And I'm colorblind and it's just messing with me big time. It's just so bright. Look at those. See, it looks green. But I can guarantee you, it's coyote. So trippy. These are ready to be folded, so we have the heat strip warming up right over there. And we're going to go ahead and once that gets to temperature, we'll go ahead and fold them over the multi-molds. As you see, I chopped off the sight channel because they don't make a blue gun of it, and I don't really feel like buying that because we already have the SFX, so I don't need the rival. Anyways, so let's knock that out, finish trimming, and then get them out and moved on to the next one, because by God, do we have some orders. But also, I hit 11,000 subscribers over the weekend, so thank you guys. And as you all know, I like to do giveaways with every 1,000, and a lot of the giveaways have been discount codes to Holstersmith and knife kits and this and that. And yes, I know I have a little bit of a lead time, and it's changing. But for 11,000 giveaways, I decided to do a discount code for 11% off of my website. So the entire website, as long as you put in the code, you will get 11% off your order. And I am running it for 1 month starting today. So by the time this video is uploaded, you can have 11% off by putting the code that's right here in, and you'll now get 11%. So thank you to all you guys. And if you followed me for quite some time, you'll realize that it has been a handful of years since I've done a discount code, other than vets and all that stuff. So let's rock it. Marked out, ready to go. Can't really see it on the pink, but it's there. Let's go ahead and cut them on the bandsaw and have some fun. Got the holsters ready to assemble, cleaned, buffed, cut, everything we need. And I realized by doing a test fit, there is a problem with the pale horse mold. Now, it's something that can easily be overcome, and we're going to do that, and I'm going to write a note on it for the next time this happens. I'll know it, but let me show you what I'm talking about. So, if you notice, retention point. See how far back it is? Here, should be here. Which means when he molded it, it's like that. Now, I personally don't like that. Put it on the middle one because that looks more uniform. Putting it on the back one, that just doesn't look right, you know. So, for aesthetics reasons, and just the placement is perfect right there, our retention spot needs to be right here. So, what we're going to do is we will heat up this area right here, and with a dowel, just push on it a little bit, and that'll give us our retention. So, what I need to do now is take the mold, move retention point. So now for the next time, I know that I'll just take one of my Dremels, just go zing, 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 and I'll fill that in with epoxy. So, it'll be like that for next time. So, like I said, real easy to do that. So let's see where this is at here. That's right there. It's actually going to cover where we're going to have that. So, we're going to go ahead and move before we do anything else. Which means we need to throw this in, and we could do it with that on it. And like I said, all you're going to do is warm it up gently, because you don't want to deform the whole thing, and just press it in with the dowel or screwdriver shaft or anything like that that's small, rounded, smooth. And then once you get that done, hit it again with the heat gun right after for a couple seconds, and the texture will come back. And it's as simple as that. So there's the coyote, and there's the pink. All right, again, looks green. Ugh. But that's so bright. Anyways, let's go ahead, add all the hardware. And we're going to do this together. So these are 3/16, and these are 0.312, and I just dropped one. And we know, like so, we're going to have one here and here, and then those two are just guide holes. So, put that in there. And throw that over. Again, that's 0.312. Add a little bit magic blue juice to it. I'm just going to get it started. Move on to the last one. Now, can you imagine doing this when the entire holster is assembled? No, spank you. Here we go. Got that in. Bam. I'll tighten those up. There we go. And of course I got a little bit of blue juice on the outside of that. Alright, so there's one down. And one to go. And then these are clawed, I believe. Yep, both have claws, both have the wedge. Let's see if I can do the one that's the furthest. Hey, it went in. Oh, a little bit of debris. Didn't clean out. There we go. You just saw it fall. Let's try that again, even though I just had it perfect. Ah, there we go. I'll throw that on there. Perfect. Now, I can fat finger this other one in here. There we go. Now, you don't want to go too tight with these. I found that the hardware that I'm using, once it's flush at the other end, it's perfectly fine. Alright, so there's that. Now before we do the claw, let's get the RCS in. So there's 2 there, and I had another 2. Time to clean the bench. Oh, there they are. Back where I had this stuff. Alright, I'll go grab the hardware for those. Alright, now we got quarter inch, 0.4375. Let's get those installed. And like I said, we're gonna do the far one. There we go. Man, fat hands, not ideal. There we go. There we go. All right, now we're going to throw these on. And what I like to do is just hold it and then just start spinning, and then it automatically catches. If you heard that beep, 3D printer's done. Alright, and let's tighten these up. Alright, there's that. And the cool thing about putting the blocking on the sight channel is that it wraps around, and so your belt wraps around it better. So there's that. Let's move on to the next one. I have my finger on the inside so I can feel when the bolt is just starting to protrude, because that's as far as I go. If you go too deep, you have the risk of damaging it. So, all right. So let's see here. Bubble gum, J-hooks, check. Carbon fiber, Coyote Brown, J-hooks, check. Got this guy, check. The RCS wedge on both sides. So now, next thing to do is the claws. So let's go ahead. I'll get the claws and all the hardware. All right. Sift through all this hardware here. Grab the small guy. Grab a nut. Same thing. Nut. Grab the small guy. All right. So what I'm using, that's an 1/8 inch pass through. These are 3/4, and I do that so you don't get that wiggle. Come on. Sometimes you need to feel it by hand to get it started. There you go. Move on to the second one. Don't tighten it down, just get it to where you want it. And then square it up. And these are 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, and these are 3/16. At this point, don't cross-thread it. I've done that. It sucks. But luckily, I have a tap and die set for 8/32. Alright. There's one. And do the next one. Passers. Three-quarter. Square it up. Quarter inch, and those 3/16. One, like to push and then twist with your thumb. And then whenever I do these, I have a stamp that goes on the paperwork that says use a flathead screwdriver because you can't adjust retention with the fronts anymore. You have to use the backs. All right. And I'll go with it. Bada bing. Oh, well, that's fun. And now, we get to package them up. Well, test fits too. And then package them up, and off they go. And they're going to Arizona. So, that's pretty cool. I gotta do a quick wipe down on these, but oh man, they look good. That pink is bright. Alright, and the fit feels really good on both. I'm liking these. Great colors too. I love the pink and black. That just looks, that's gorgeous. So, like I said, let's move on to the next step. I got to box them up though, and these are pretty much done. We'll do bada bang, bada bing, bada bing, and we're done, ready to ship. Moving on to the next one. Well, ladies and gents, it is boxed up, ready to go. And it is going to the post office, and that means I am out and moving on to the next one. And I got to do a couple yard chores before the sun goes down so I can actually see what's going on, because the sun sets at like 4 o'clock right now, which is stupid. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, making it this far. Don't forget, for the entire month, well, not entire month, but, or I would say not for, let's start over. Don't forget, for 1 month until 12 1423. You can get 11% off your order at faltac.com, and that goes for pretty much the entire website. So you'll get 11% off using code 11K subs for 11,000 subs. We did it, and well, here's to the next 1,000. I think we're at like 1130 right now, which I wasn't in the shop yesterday because you saw the barn. So, but I am going to move on to the next build, and then come in here really late at night and keep going and try and push things out to you. So I appreciate all the patience. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you on the next one. And don't forget, huge shout out, because I almost forgot, huge shout out to holstersmithandknifekits.com. I have used, or everything you see in this video is from them, and I can't thank them enough. And they actually just had a sale, so if you got in on it, good for you. I got in on it. It was Veterans Day sale. It was 10%, I think it was, or 25%. I don't remember what it was, but it was an awesome amount, maybe 12%. I don't know. It was over 10. But anyways, hope you guys jumped on that and join their newsletter, because they always give out a shout when they're about to do one. So on that note, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. And before I forget, huge shout out and thank you to those of you guys who are donating to the fundraiser that I'm doing. If you don't know, I am doing a fundraiser to go to my local elementary school, and I'm paying off the hot lunch tabs for the kids that can't afford to have hot lunch. So we're going to make it so the families don't have to worry about that cost, and it's going to be a donation straight towards the school specifically for that cause. I'll have the description, or the link to it, in the description of this video. And I put $1,000 goal, and I know we're over half that already, and I'm going to be doing it. I'll be donating all the money, every penny, the day I go to pick my daughter up from the school for Christmas break. So I'm really looking forward to how much we can accrue and how many hot lunches we can get for the kiddos. So again, thank you guys, and I appreciate you.